Friends, countrymen, lend me your ears. Come on, I'm good for it, man. Please, just come on. I just need to get through the month. I just need a few ears to get me through the month, man. I'll give them back. I swear, man. I'll give them back, man. Anyways, it's a ranked game of Dune Imperium Digital. I'm Bludgeon. I'm player 2, and with your ears, I hope to be successful here. The leaders, Baron was just picked in position 4. Armand was just picked. And it's down to me, Memnon, Hundro, Romber, or Ariana. The cards: Web of Power, Desert Ambush, Gurney Halleck, Arrakis Recruiter, Gene Manipulation, and then from the tanks, Face Dancer, Initiate. A couple of big cards there. For tanks, we got Memo Quarters, Artillery, and Sonic Snoopers. Interesting. I'm gonna go with Hundro because I've been Hundroing it recently. I don't know if you saw the Members Monday game from this past week. It's one of the craziest games I've ever played. It was a Hundro game where I just was activating freighters like a complete maniac. And so I'm just kind of in a little bit of a Hundro mode. Normally, I probably wouldn't have picked Hundro. I probably would have picked Memnon or Romber for the Memo Quarters opportunity. Because like a play that could have been made, it'd be kind of a weird one potentially, but let's say you go Romber and you go to tech negotiation, you grab Memo Quarters, and then you early reveal for Web of Power. Okay, keep staged incident. Infiltrate's pretty good as well. Ring, Reconnaissance, Seek Allies, Dagger. Okay, smuggling happens. No big shock there. I want to go to Fold Space, so I will... And then I really need one of these basins to be there for my ring. If one of the basins are not there, it's going to be pretty rough, because if I can get in there, and also if I can get at least 3rd, then I could get Swordmaster next round. We'll see what happens. I think Baron's probably not going to spend his water there, yeah. And I doubt Ariana is too keen on a 1 spice, 1 card draw hog a basin, so I think I'll be good there. Masterstroke out here early. So with the ring, pay a spice and activate a freighter. So, oh goddamn, Ariana, is that just happening to fuck me up? I think honestly it might be, because that's a pretty weird play for Ariana to make. I mean, you get the experimentation played, so that's something. But now that that's happened, I might just early reveal it for Web of Power. I mean, the thing is, I could still get Swordmaster next round. No, I can't. No. Yeah, that screws me there. I'm tempted to go... I mean, if I went to Arakeen, I'd probably get the Persuasion for Web of Power. It just may or may not actually be there. But I'm kind of tempted just to spite Ariana and not let her get anything out of here. Now that could screw things up for me though. I've got kind of the right hand for, you know, whatever. Okay, so that's good. What I mainly wanted to make sure is I didn't draw the diplomacy. When I say make sure, I had no control over it, but what I didn't want was to draw the diplomacy here, because next round I want to send the diplomacy to Fold Space, And then I want to send an experimentation to interstellar shipping. Okay, so Armand has infiltrate, and he's going for Baron here. That's interesting. Challenging for the first place. I'm not going to stage an incident here because I want the Solari, and I don't want to give Ariana the Solari here. I want to spitefully punish Ariana for doing this play, because that's what I wanted to do. Baron does have siege access, though, because of that Master Stroke, so not sure if Armand's going to be able to get that win. Let's see what Ariana has. 2 daggers, but I still have 1, so... How much persuasion, though? Only 3. Okay, so... Unless there's a nuke, I'm going to be getting Web of Power here, which is wonderful. And there's a Shifting Allegiances. Damn, there's some good stuff there. All right, I'm really happy about the way this has worked out, other than the fact that I didn't get to use my ring. But the good news is I get Web of Power. Which wouldn't have happened if I'd gone to Haga Basin. I'm going to take the Initiate as well. I mean, if he has an ambush, but I know he doesn't. That's an infiltrate. So that was a little bit... I mean, maybe he just really wants to get second place here. Force Baron to commit even more. Who knows? So Armand has Shifting Allegiances. And let's see what Baron's able to pick up here. He has 4, so sad to see both those cards disappear. He takes an assassination mission. And a liaison. Okay. So, I mean, that's a costly 2 Solari there. But... it's -2 for Ariana, +2 for us. So it's a net 4 gain in a way. So it looks like I'm not going to get to use the ring again. Memo Quarters is still there. Armand has a spice. Ariana has a spice. It could be that's why Ariana also didn't mind making that Haga Basin play. Not only just to play the experimentation. I'm not even sure what else she had. It could have been that she didn't have much else she could have done. Oh no, she had a diplomacy she could have played. So... I feel like, honestly, I feel like that was probably done to block my round 2 Swordmaster, which is fair enough. But I'm not sure about that move. Well, actually, no, you know what? She might have drawn that diplomacy off the Haga Basin. She might have had a hand of convincing argument dagger experimentation. And so may have had really no other reasonable play other than just tech negotiation, but that's probably what happened. All right. We got our first research in, and it's going to be an up. Going down gets me to 7, which does put me in position if someone else cashes in next round, but I'd rather do the up here. So Armand, Ariana. Oh, Baron went to tech negotiation. So did he do that because he's angling for Gurney, or did he do it because he wanted to block the memo quarters pickup and potentially set himself up for it? So as far as my pickups here, I think I'm not going to be taking anything because I really just want to get this web of power, I think, as much as possible. And, you know, the desert ambush, the recruiter, or the liaison, I feel like are not really worth adding into the deck for me right now. You know, my ring, I want to be getting, like, compared to having ring, diplomacy, experimentation, web of power, I don't think it makes sense for me to grab any of these. So that's just going to be that. We're just going to let that go. Now, if I had gone up down, then that may have been a better play in terms of the Swordmaster situation, because Armand is now set up. Next round he can smuggle, drop, and get Swordmaster. Whereas if I had gone up and down, I'd be sitting on 7. And so then if he were to do that next round, it would get me to 8. But I'm okay with it. Nice cards here. Peter DeVries here. Ariana going to be happy to grab that. No, she takes Duncan, Idaho. Okay, going for the water situation. And speaking of water, grabs a water peddler as well. Okay, Ariana going big on the water, and now there's a replacement eyes there as well. Baron, Ariana tying on this conflict, so nobody getting that influence. That intrigue card is obviously not, you know, not a basic combat intrigue. Trade Monopoly. So if nobody takes that memo quarters, I feel like Baron's probably going to take it here. But look at all the spice here as well. It's kind of wild. 2 water on Baron, 2 water on Ariana. So that's another thing. If nobody takes this, then I'll be able to get it with a shifting, up-down shipping. Web of Power hanging out at the bottom of the deck here, unfortunately. Yeah, so Armand's going to drop, I would think. Yep. And yep, Baron takes the memo quarters. So if I were to do an up-down, it would be Sonic Snoopers, which is okay. Or I could just go down-up instead. There's a slight temptation for me to take Spice off of this instead of Solari, and then Selective Breeding to make sure I draw this Web of Power. But there's a couple of weird things about that. One is, obviously, then I don't have my Swordmaster money for next round. The other one is, it would reshuffle the deck. So I could end up with kind of a not so great hand the following round. Anyway, it's experimentation here. Up, down, or down, up? That's an interesting decision. It's weird. I have to scroll up with my mouse wheel to go over here, which is super weird. I'll go ahead and take the snoopers. This is interesting. I mean, I could Hardy Warriors potentially here. Go for some more freighter maximization. I have a 50-50 of getting the Web of Power. Or I just fold space Arakeen and guarantee it. And that's probably good enough. I probably don't need the Hardy Warriors. Was it the right play to take my influence here? I'm not totally sure. Spaceport invasion ships training drones now there. Invasion ships would be great. Hayliner for Ariana, so okay. My dreams of winning this conflict, I think, are probably gone. Let's see what she throws in. She has 3 intrigues now. She went from 1, which was definitely not a playable combat intrigue, to 3. So I could beat that with a Hardy Warriors. She has 2 daggers in hand, though. I've got 1, so I'd have to play the ambush. If it failed, I could stage an incident. I'm gonna go for it. Oh yes, and I got the Web of Power. Nothing great for 4 here. It's interesting with her troop deployment. She could have put in 5, and then I wouldn't have tried this. And then maybe it would have felt to her like a huge investment. Putting in 4 does invite a Hardy Warrior, so she probably has a combat intrigue if she's making that move, but like I said, I've got the stage incident as a backup, but I know she has 2 daggers in hand, or I think she does, yeah. So I'm gonna have to play my ambush first. Oh, not again. Not again. Three persuasion. Does she take it? She does take it. Where am I going to take my Web of Power? It might be good to get this unlocked so that I can Siege Tabber if I need to. It would also be good to get that Alliance. It'd be also good to get some just free Emperor influence. I'm gonna do this. Five for Armand. Okay, he's surely taking Peter. And he's taking the Twisted Mentat. Okay. All right. Go Aner. Respect the Twisted Mentat pickup. Now there's a Gola. As well as the from the tanks. Is she thinking of Master Tactician for the tie? If she does that, do I just let it go to a tie or do I play the staged incident? Or does she retreat? She retreats. Okay. All right. I mean, not bad for her, really. She's getting a nice second place for essentially one troop only invested. I mean, it costs her an intrigue card, but... Wait. I should have staged an incident, right? I would still win. Well, maybe. I could have maybe gotten away with it because, I mean, I'd be at 7, no, 6 strength. Armand also has an intrigue, but it could have been funny to try it after that. It might have worked, but it also might have cost me. Maybe it would have been worth it to try. Not sure what Ariana's up to here. Seems like an AFK situation. Okay. I probably should have done it, because if Ariana had 2 combat intrigues, she probably would have played both to win rather than done the retreat. That could have been an epic result. Oh well, I'll take the win. But I really can't help stop thinking about that now. I can't help stop thinking about that. I don't believe that's the way that's supposed to be said. I can't stop thinking about it, I guess. I can't help thinking about it. Okay, I've got Web of Power back again. I've got Face Dancer, Initiate, and Experimentation. Obviously, I can't get to Interstellar Shipping. Maybe I could smuggle. I can't get Swordmaster, though. That's painful. That's painful. And I can't smuggle. Oh, man. Okay. I mean, I could Arakeen and Prey. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 7 cards. So I've got a better than 50-50 chance of hitting a card that could get me to Swordmaster if I go to Arakeen. I guess I might as well try. Okay, got it. We'll put in 3 for the staged incident here. So the goal now is Swordmaster, then Face Dancer initiate plus experimentation somewhere, and reveal Web of Power. It'd be nice to get some trashing done, but I've got no spice for selective breedings right now. No nukes have been used yet in this game. Guild Bankers sitting there quite temptingly. Gurney Halleck sitting there very temptingly, and the rest not quite as tempting. Armand picks up Haga Basin. I'm guessing he's going to go for an invasion ships so that he can just hammer shipping. We'll see what happens with this conflict. Like, if it looks like I'm going to win, then, you know, I don't think I will stage an incident. We're up to 4 intrigues right now. Huh. If I were to play the Web of Power, it would draw me a card and get me water. I'm tempted to play it to secrets, but I'm going to Swordmaster first. Okay, Ariana wins the race for the spice. It's been a bit of a slow Swordmaster game. Armand got it round 3, I think. I mean, I guess I'm getting it round 4. It's not crazy. I'm tempted to play the secrets. It's costly in terms of influence, but it would get me 2 intrigues, which is good on its own, but the fact that I have the Sonic Snoopers means every intrigue is, like, in a way, 2 intrigue potential. It's like sort of double the possibilities of the intrigues that I get. If they're bad, then they can turn into something else. And obviously taking away from Baron is nice. Okay, Ariana's committed here. So it might be a staged incident after all, that was the original plan. Tech negotiation for Armand with the shifting allegiances. Okay, he's going for... Yeah, he's unlocking guild here. And he's taking a training drones, revealing a restricted ordnance. Baron with a ton of swords. Gunthopter and artillery. Okay. Great. Freighter for Ariana. Does she go up? No, she drops. Let's see what she decides to take here. Spice, I would think. She's getting Solari out of this conflict. They're both getting extra intrigues here off of this conflict as well. Probably there are going to be some played in the conflict. Oh, she takes Solari. Here's our first nuke. For humanity, negotiated withdrawal, Imperial Bashar Chris Knife Chom delegate. Okay. Negotiated withdrawal goes to Ariana. I think I need to play the experimentation and the face dancer. The secrets play is amusing, but okay. Where are my other played cards? I have a dagger in my played cards, right? So I could trash that. I'm gonna do it. This would have got me another intrigue card right now. And, you know, it's a faster route to some, you know, strong options here. It could be this was better. You know, it's a little bit late in terms of getting maximum value out of that trash, but I feel okay about it. All right, and then here, I think I'm going to take the Freeman Alliance, which also gets me another water. So I'm sitting on 2 water. Could be a research station. Could be a great flat. Chom Delegate, I think I take. Do I take planned coupling as well? I think I do. Oh, never mind. I don't have... okay. Okay, I only had 3 persuasion. Whoops. I think I would have taken the planned coupling. But... Alright, Chom Delegate, you better make yourself worthwhile at that shipping space at some day. For some reason, I thought I could afford more than that. Yeah, I think I would have taken that. But... I mean, the Delegate is not bad. I picked it because it's, you know, it infiltrates to spice trade. So it infiltrates to shipping, essentially. Which is a good thing. Now, I'll be very incentivized to get to secrets this next round, but Ariana's going to be drawing a diplomacy. So she's probably going to go to secrets first, if things stay as they are. But we'll see if any combat intrigues get played here. Armand trashes his signet ring. And picks up a Sayadina. Okay, I need to play this staged incident. Ariana. Okay, Baron's playing an ambush just to so he doesn't get secrets. Okay, well, but he's still gonna be, unless he's got to the victor or demand respect, he's still gonna be over. Demand respect. Okay, where's he going with it? Yeah, okay, well, I mean, I kind of had to pick one or the other. This one was kind of the safer one because Armand has shifting allegiances for this one. 4 intrigues on Ariana. So is she going to go to shipping, or is she going to go to secrets, or does she have one she can play? I don't have any spice, but if I go shipping, I can collect spice here. Hey, Jordan Lim, thanks for the subscription as I record this video. Up down is actually not great for me because I don't have spice for any of these techs. I'd like to get an invasion ships, but I can't afford it. Okay, she goes Swordmaster. Yeah, she had a lot of interesting decisions to make there. Plays an intrigue. All right. I think I have to do this. Get another intrigue card. Rapid mobilization. That's interesting. Wait. I didn't want to go up. I can't undo the up because of the intrigue. Oh, god damn it. Do I take a restricted ordinance just because? I guess I will. I mean, that messes up my whole day because now I have no spice for my ring again. So that's kind of like a sunk cost thing that I just did. Can I make it work? Maybe. Obviously, I don't have the Solari for a High Council right now. So how can I get it? Well, I could Great Flat Conspire. Yeah, I meant to go down up. What happened is I absent-mindedly clicked the first thing, which I meant. What I wanted to do was click the scarab. That's the first thing I wanted to activate, but I think I accidentally clicked the advance button instead, and I couldn't undo because I advanced. Then I clicked scarab, but I couldn't undo the scarab because it got me an intrigue card. Okay, that's gone as well. So I've got myself into a pretty weird situation now. Research station could make sense. It would get me a spice that I could activate the ring with as well. I liked getting the reshuffle there because it just increased my chances of finding Web of Power. If not now, then definitely next turn. I've got myself into a weird kind of situation now. Baron hits secrets. Okay. I'm thinking, do I try to fight for this alliance here? The problem is Baron is set up right there. So that obviously makes that hard to do. Like if I were to go to Fold Space and bump up, it's not the worst move in the world because I do need Solari. But, you know, if Baron then smuggles down, protects it, it feels pretty bad when I need influence in these other places as well. I think I will use the Fold Space over the Diplomacy, and maybe I draw the Web of Power. Or, I mean, even the Chom Delegate wouldn't be the worst thing to draw. I'm trying to decide if I just go to Wealth here. Armand has Shifting Allegiances. Like, I also wonder, do I have to just protect this? Getting a water wouldn't be bad either. But I'm going to go to Wealth. Okay, and I got the Delegate, so that's going to give me enough Solari to get High Council, well, next round, except I won't have a card that will get me there. Web of Power is fully activated now. So if I play it, I get 2 Solari, a card, and a water. I should be able to get this point, I think. One more research and 1 cache in of specimens. You know, hopefully will be doable. It's not a given though. I think I'm passing on all of this. I mean, I could take the from the tanks and that would get me High Council, as well as troops. Huh. It's going to make it harder for me to get that last Tleilaxu point. But you know what? I think that kind of fits. Wait, am I across the research enough? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this alliance could be in trouble now. Oh, never mind. For some reason, I keep thinking Armand is green. No. So, yeah, this is safe, which is when I took this alliance, it was part of the reason I focused here rather than here, was because I think Armand was at 0 at that time. Gunthopter reveal for Baron. He's going to put him into second place. But it's looking like a win for Ariana. We got a nuke. And wow. Every one of these cards a heavy hitter. Guild Ambassador taken by the Baron. Dissecting Kit, Treachery, Sea Trevor Mother, Truthsayer, and now Scout. So this coming round, I could potentially get a bunch of troops. Shipping up, down. That gets me to 4 troops. High Council would get me to 6 troops. Playing the Face Dancer to wealth plus revealing Web of Power would get me to 8 troops. With a rapid mobilization in hand. So the question would be, what is the next conflict, and is it worth me going for that one, or would it make sense to save it up for a future round? But I do have this, so I definitely want to get some troops in next round. Maybe I can take it without investing absolutely everything. But of all those spots I mentioned, none of them let me actually deploy. Okay, Baron Burning Intrigues here. I guess I like that. Ariana has nothing. I mean, I don't really like Baron winning. I like him burning an intrigue, and I was hoping they would go back and forth with a few intrigues, but that's not happening. How's Baron doing with Memo Quarters? He's blue. He still needs a few points. Siege of Arakeen. Well, it would be a good one to win for sure. Okay, I'm advancing and recalling this. Yeah, I'm going to take the Scarab here. I'm going to hope I can find that other one. It might be tough. It might be really tough, actually. But we'll see what happens. Okay, still seats for Armand with the Sayadina. So I do need to worry about that now with the shifting allegiances. How am I going to deploy? I don't really want to use the rapid mobilization to deploy here, but maybe that's what's going to have to happen. I mean, Mentat is another option if I don't want a High Council. I could Mentat, though this is what I'm reshuffling, which I don't love. There is also the play of the Web of Power rather than the reveal, which would let me selective breeding. I could get rid of this delegate or even a dagger. I might want him for a shipping potentially. And that would also draw me a card and get me a water. The water could be a Hardy Warriors. But then I wouldn't be doing the thing that I had kind of planned to do. I wonder if Baron's ever going to get a Swordmaster here. Wait. Okay, so now I could Mentat and High Council both, but that doesn't get me into the conflict. But I now have cards that can get me in if that's what I want to do. Which, you know, I mean, I should try to win this conflict if I can. But I don't have the High Council, so I don't actually have the boost here. Maybe it ends up just rapid mobilization on this one. I mean, it's not the 2-pointer. Okay, so much for that plan. And Mentat got taken as well. I didn't Mentat first because I wanted to trash with the Web of Power. That's why I did it in that order. But in retrospect, I probably should have just done the Mentat and not worried about the trash first, because now I don't have it, and now I'm kind of in a weird spot. Well, I can play these two here and get a whole bunch of troops. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Or I could Hardy Warriors. And then I don't have to play this necessarily. And this protects this a little bit as well. Sort of a weird round. Yeah, how am I going to get this point? Buying that from the tanks means it's going to be like impossible for me to get this, because I can't get any more scarabs from the track. I would need the dissecting kit, but that's probably not going to be there. Okay. Yeah, he's backing off of this plan. Good. If I hadn't done that, I think he might have done it here. And then next round taken it from me. Baron does finally pick up a Swordmaster here in round 6. So everyone now has one. Haga Basin play from Ariana. Okay, I do get the dissecting kit. That's crucial for me. I think that's it. I mean, I could kind of use persuasion if I'm ever going to get a high council, but I feel like it's important that I actually find all of this stuff. Well, I have plenty of Solari now. This is going to get me to 7. But I still need a bunch more points. I mean, theoretically, 8, 9. If I can get the dissecting kit, then that's 10. I mean, it's tough for me to find my way to 11 points. I'm gonna need a Spice Must Flow, or to win another combat. It's possible I could win. I mean, if I can win a 2-point conflict using troops from here, maybe I get troops from here with a rapid mobilization. You know, if I ever make any use of this restricted ordnance that I picked up, I think that's gonna have to happen. Whoa. I still have a nuke. Armand still has a nuke. There's that assassination mission from Baron still. I guess, yeah, he has that artillery, so I guess that's why he took that. By the way, let me give a big shout out to some new members of the channel. That's supposed to be on top here. Anyways, it says new member. There you go. So welcome to the Snoop Doug, the newest member of the channel. Thank you, Snoop Doug, for signing up and joining the party. And I also want to give a big shout out to new members of the 1-year Orange Club. We've got Sefton, Robert Baggio, Peter Simon, and Jason Piatz. Thanks so much for your continued support and enthusiasm. It means a lot. I appreciate it very much. If you would like to become a member of the channel, you get some cool perks. So first of all, you can click the join button just below the video for details, but you're going to unlock stream VODs. So any of the streams that I do, if you're not there at the time, you can watch them whenever you want after the fact. And there's a whole bunch of games that happen in those streams that never get posted to the channel otherwise. And you'll also get an exclusive video every Monday, which I make for members of the channel. You get... Oh, what a disaster. Oh, no. What the hell? All right, that is really, really rough. That's going to make it very hard for me to win the game now. You get access to emotes on YouTube and the loyalty badge there next stream. So thanks to all the members of the channel, and thank you to the Twitch subs as well. I really appreciate all of that. Make sure you join the Discord to keep up with all of the news happening here. Chat with me, other people there. All right. Baron gets control bonus. I've got 1 million Solari, and I got screwed. I got absolutely screwed out of that conflict. I was not expecting all of that out of Ariana there. It really felt like that would have been good enough given the way things looked. I can't get there this round. Oh my god. Well, I mean, I think I ship here if it's open. It gives me a possibility of going to smuggling, cashing it in, getting Emperor Alliance, getting 2 troops, and then, you know, dumping in 6 troops with this, which is not a ton. If there's no Hayliner, it's possible it's enough. Although, no water on anybody, so Hardy Warriors is currently out. Picking up Spice is currently out. There's a chance that could be good enough. This experimentation would draw me a card as well. I'm still like kind of looking at this. Okay, smuggling gets taken by Baron. Everybody's incentivized to go to wealth here. So I kind of think I have to do it myself. I'm tempted to go to Fold Space and hope I can steal that away from Baron next round. Although no, because now he's set up here. Next round he can ship up down to protect it. So I think I just have to go to Fold Space. I mean, I didn't want this, which is why I was planning to go down up that round. And then when I accidentally went up down, you know, I probably should have just accepted the loss of the freighter and not blown my spice picking this up. But, you know, at that point, I just wanted to follow through and hope that it would work. But of course, as we see in Rise of Ix and Immortality, it doesn't matter how much Solar you have, High Council is just like very hard to get. I mean, part of the issue is, you know, I don't have a lot of green in the deck. I've been a bit unlucky a couple of times in terms of not drawing it when I wanted to. But then, you know, there was that round I put from the tanks on top of the deck specifically to do it, and then I didn't anyway. You know, there was just too much else going on. That's kind of the issue, is there's just too much going on. There's too many important agent effects you need to get. And usually going to High Council, you know, makes that tough. Okay, Armand just getting a point here with shifting allegiances. What am I going to do with this diplomacy? Rapid mobilization isn't going to beat that. I mean, I've got... Oh, he has a bribery as well. Okay, so this is game over. This is game over. There's no point even looking at the text because I can't do anything about the text. I mean, do I just throw this away now? I guess I do. You know, like if I pull off some miracle guild bump, I can steal the alliance from Baron. I think that's kind of the only thing I can do. It feels bad. I've been building towards this, but I've got no other. I've got no other good play. Because yeah, if Baron wins this, it's over. And it doesn't seem like anyone else is going to be stopping him here. All right, what do we got? Blackmail. That's not going to do it. Yikes. Armand without reveal. Does that actually do it? Okay, maybe that does it. It's not game over. We'll see if Baron has any combat intrigues. Play My Experimentations also did draw me cards, but I mean, that was by design. I know that if, you know, this is my way of getting that final point if it ever happens. Oh, Baron has the ambassador. And he's winning this conflict. Yeah. Yeah, I would have liked to have tried to, you know, do something about that, but there just was never a good time for it because Baron was set up well. Every time he was set up well to defend it with shipping. Hardy Warriors from Ariana, I don't think is going to be enough. Blackmail gets me to 9, which is nothing. I mean, I'll fight for this intrigue because if I happen to find a plans within plans, it's 1 point. Oh, it was a bit of a rough game. I mean, there were some nice things going on. You know, the Web of Power was amazing to get. So I definitely can't complain about, you know, luck in terms of the cards. You know what I mean? Web of Power is kind of as good as you can hope to get early on. But I mean, the blunder with the shipping move and taking this, you know, was pretty costly. It's not just the spice, but it's also the freighter bump, right? So, you know, I would have had an extra cash in if I'd gone down up instead of up down. How the timing on that would have worked, I'm not sure. I mean, if I could have gotten these troops, rapid mobilization still wouldn't have been good enough. Maybe there I could have taken the, you know, maybe I could have gotten this alliance. Probably not, but I could have gotten this point is probably what it would have been. Which, you know, wouldn't have made a massive difference. But hard to say. This was obviously a major dud. Oh, Baron's showing off. Look at all the combat intrigues on him. Do I get second? You know, I don't know. Currently, I've got the second most points, but I'm not sure if anybody has any end games there. I could easily be fourth. But I just had no juice, really. I had like kind of a decent start, I feel, and then just nothing for the last few rounds. Losing that conflict to Ariana hurt a lot. Wouldn't have won me the game even if I had it, but it definitely kind of crushed any hope. Ariana has plans within plans. Baron also has machine culture, but no techs. He also has a tiebreaker. Okay, so it is second place. We had dominant victory there by Pegaz. Congratulations. Pegaz, Pegas, however it's pronounced. I know you're a fan of the channel, so I appreciate that. And I'm happy for you to get the victory. I mean, I would have preferred to get the victory myself. But, yeah, well played there. Yeah, let me know in the comments. I always like reading, you know, people often see interesting plays that I missed, and I find that fascinating. So let me know if you saw anything there, or if you felt like, and what was the turning point of that game? Because there were, you know, there were a few different ones, right? There was also the decision to just take this trash instead of going down here. That would have been quite different. Yes, it was nice to get the dagger out, but if I had gone this way, then that would have brought me over here. Maybe I could have gotten this point. Maybe this influence could have done something. Maybe. Then again, this spice ended up being kind of handy a little bit for my ring. Nobody got far on the Tleilaxi track this game. You know, buying the from the tanks, wherever it is. Where is it? How do I see my played cards right now? They're just like unknown. I can see. I guess they're just in my discard pile. Here's the from the tanks. Yeah. You know, taking that was a kind of a weird move at the time. I mean, that's like a follow-on, yet more sunk cost from taking this restricted ordnance, right? I took it because I wasn't going to have a green coming up, and I wanted the High Council. Then there was, during that round, I could have played that to Mentat, and then maybe gotten High Council later, but instead I went to selective breeding first, and then Mentat was gone. And I did that to get a trash, but I think that was a mistake. So lots of little things that, who knows? You know, I'm going to say probably even correcting for all those little things, I think Baron probably still wins the game. But it's still worth thinking about, you know? And that's why I love this game, is I love the constant learning process. I do not play perfectly, even when I'm really trying to. I don't always really try to, but even when I've, you know, it's not as though, oh, if I wanted to, I could play perfectly. No, it's hard to play perfectly. And what's interesting too is there's never even really such thing as perfect play, I don't think, because of the variance involved. You know, you can play perfectly according to like statistical expectations, I guess. But, you know, I enjoy learning from these mistakes and having something to talk about, having something for you to talk to me about as well. Like, hey, Bludgeon, you know, in round 4, what if you'd done this? Or maybe you should have tried that. I love that. And I think that's part of the fun of the channel. So thank you very much for being here, for sharing your thoughts, and for watching. So that's going to do it for the video today. Of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel, click the notification bell so you know every time I go live. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/bludgeon. Join the Discord. The link is in the description of this video. And again, become a channel member or sub on Twitch if you'd like to support the channel and get stream VOD access as well as exclusive videos for yourself. That's going to do it. Thank you so much. See you later.